Good afternoon from northern Wisconsin. This is Mike Miles at the Anathoth Community Farm, and this is my annual uh, check-in on how the swales are working when the snow melt happens video. What you're looking at here is I raised pastured beef pork chicken uh, in this what used to be just a hay field. For 15 years ago, we put in swales, woody perennials, changed the pasture around, and we now have quite a bit of control over big water events, including snow melt and big storms. And what swales allow you to do is to uh, capture the most important resource on any farm, which is water, and redistribute it around your land, soak it into the ground. And another side benefit is when you have animals like I do, you are doing nutrient waste management, and the water is not carrying their manure into our watershed. So it's interesting. A week ago today, it was 18 degrees below zero. Right now, it's 51 degrees. You can see the snow, which we haven't had very much snow this winter. A week ago, we had perhaps 10 inches of snow on the ground, but it wasn't like an accumulated snowpack. It was just 10 inches of snow. We've hardly had any snow up here this winter. So what you're looking at is pretty much the whole snow cover that we've had melting off. Right now, it's been a week. So here you can see what we call a pocket pond. Water doesn't stand here forever, but on a big event like this snow melt and a big rainstorm, we have this built up to accumulate water, hold it, send it down the swales where it spreads out and soaks into the ground. So, and what that does for your woody perennials that are in the swale is it creates a zone of moisture, so your plants, your woody perennials, fruit and nut trees and shrubs are getting plenty of water, and that's good for them. They grow. It's just good stuff. Here, there's a mound here, a rise. There's a rise here. And you can see this rise is running into this here, which is between the driveway and the swale, which is a ditch and a berm. All of this prior to our excavating would just run downhill, way down here, and you can see there's a lot of water on this side of the driveway coming from the west. If I had not put the swale in, all the water uphill on the east side of the driveway would be running down to the low spot here, which you can see. Often, depending on how warm it gets, how quickly it gets warm, and how much snow we have, for periods of time in the spring, the driveway will be underwater. But with the swale in the pasture over here, and here's the gang. They're just chilling. Like, yeah, 18 below to 51 in a week. They're very happy. So they're in this area here, and they're bale grazing. You can see, you all know what that is. So there's a lot of manure and water. We're going to walk over to where it would be going out of here if we didn't have some of these structures going on. So yeah, it's a big melt. You wanna be controlling where your water goes, right? especially if you have animals in it. So where I'm going to go from here is across where they are here, and I'm going to try not to fall over and take you way into to see the rest of the system here. So yeah, these guys are happy. They're spreading manure. It's a little heavy in here. It's okay. It all works. We've been doing this kind of bale grazing for probably 10 years and know how close to put the bales, know how to spread things out. This time of year when it gets muddy, right? Because the ground was frozen really deep this year because we had no snow cover and it was cold. So you know what that does when the top thaws out and the rest is frozen. But we've been doing managed intensive grazing for a long enough time that our roots are deep and a little bit of mud doesn't affect things. So this is all looking like it should look this time of year. Here are the swale on this side heading off to the east, and the water's all under snow. On this side here, you can see when they get done with these 4 bales over where they are now, they're going to be heading into here. We're still feeding bales for another 2.5 months before the grass is grown enough that we can start sending them through our pasture. So they'll be working through all of this. The bales that they're in right now are some bales that are left over from last winter. But we're going to go show you again how you can retain water and protect watersheds by putting in swales. We learned this from Mark Shepard, Restoration Agriculture. We did it here at our house, at our farm, just using a transit and a 3-bottom plow on a Ford 4000, where we did all of our surveying and then just drove over the flags with a 3-bottom plow, did a little bit of handwork, and put in these swales. So here's another part of the system. What you're seeing here, oh, I just about slipped there. All of this cascading water coming across here is coming in from this swale right here that we put in to keep, not only to keep water from going through the barns, but on the other side of the road, you can see from here, there's a 30-acre field that's been in CRP for ever since we've been up here. So over 40 years. So there's no chemicals coming this way. And there's a drain tile. And so what we did is we plugged up our drain tile in the driveway, and so all the drain tile coming across from the other side comes into our system here. So we're collecting another like 30 acres of snowmelt and heavy rainfall from there that we use here. Most farmers, if they want to have extra planting on their land, they put in tiles and send all the water away. We don't like sending water away. We want to use as much water as we can because it's the most important resource on any farm. So I'm going to continue along here. So here you can see the water coming from across the road into our system here, just cascading across this area here where the steers walk into this part of the swale. So you got water running both ways. This is the low point, and it gets of the valley, the top of the low point of the valley. So you go both ways, put it on a contour, catch the water and spread it out. And you can see, yeah, this stuff has been here for about 15 years, and it's basically odds and ends of woody perennials that we've collected or that we bought from our Land and Water office in the county, their Arbor Day sale. So here again, the principle is you collect runoff, you spread it out, and in doing this, the other benefit is there's steers in here, there's manure here, and you are keeping all of this nutrient from running into a watershed by capturing it in the swale. Back here we got another bale ring. We're also feeding them here. These are some bales that are leftover bales that we decided we were going to use up. They're actually second cutting bales from a couple of years ago. They're pretty good. But here you can see, again, we're kind of down in the valley a little bit, and all this water is being caught. All the particulates are getting caught up in the plants that are in the swales, and they settle into the ditch part of the berm. This has been melting pretty quick, and so it is overflowing when it gets to the pocket pond. But then you go down to right where the pasture meets the woods, and there's another swale there catching all the water going that way. So we've completely separated the woods that has a wetland in it that goes into a creek, that goes into a river, that goes into a lake, that goes into the St. Croix River, to the Mississippi and down to the Gulf. So we're doing our part here to keep those waters clean by capturing and doing nutrient management with our swales. So that's what I got, and it works. You want to do this. Not only have we, part of our management has been the swales, but we've also been doing managed intensive grazing. Our soils are getting better. Our roots are going deeper and getting bigger. We have a single shank subsoiler that we've been using on the steep hills, which cuts slits into the ground and slows water from leaving. Yeah, we're doing all that stuff, and I always do one of these in the spring on the days when the melt is happening. This water is probably going to stop running tomorrow because it's melting so quickly. And like I said, a week ago we had 10 inches of snow here, but it wasn't snowpack. It was from like one storm. But yeah, a week later, you go from 18 below to 51, and you lose your snow pretty quick. I'm going to show you this bottom swale here again. It's a really effective one. This is catching right now overflow from the two upper ones. So there's the top one that you saw by the driveway. This is the second swale. This is the bottom swale. So lots of water on the move, being caught in the ditches that have berms protecting the downhill areas. One thing that's interesting to note here is before we put all the swales in, it was just a hayfield. This time of year, when you would come down into this corner down here, when you had a big melt going on, the water and snow in this corner right before you go into the woods would be like a slushy that would be 2 to 3 feet deep of water standing here. I'd be wading through like a giant pond here, and you can see with the swales that we've put in and with all of the pasture management that we've done, this is all that's here. And yeah, it used to go over your boots. So that's what I got. You can, if you want to, check out our YouTube page. We've got a lot of different things up there. It's not flashy. It's just me and my camera talking, and we're doing a lot of important work. Yeah, that's what I got. Have a good day. Hope you enjoy this. It's probably too long, and you're not seeing this anyway because you guys tend to cut off at a couple minutes. But enjoy your day. I'm out here without a coat. Shouldn't be that way. So we went from like January to late April in a week. How about that? Have a nice day. Bye.